Welcome to Inktology. My name is Josh. I'm an illustrator. I'll be drawing tonight some of this Samson drawing. Just kind of having fun, doodling, talking. I'm here in LA. It's kind of getting a little hot here, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be sticking inside, chatting until I am notified to do otherwise. So if I had to go, I had to go. Yeah, I'm just going to draw, talking about Samson. That's it. Welcome to draw with me. Be good. Okay. So currently I'm trying to draw this character down here. Let's see. Trying to get this scared look, like he is. He is terrified. What's up, TF? Welcome, Randy. Hey, I totally was going to send you that stuff. I have totally dropped the ball because of the fire. I could do it right now. Yeah, I'm not too far. A weekend, I woke up and there was ash all over my inside of my car because apparently I left a little crack in my window. But that little crack, it was enough to like put it on the seats, and there was mud all over my car for some reason. I mean, the winds were crazy here. It's definitely smoky outside. It smells like smoke. You can see this. You can see the fires. I'm not too far. Actually, where we used to live about last year was yeah, we'd definitely be in trouble then because we wouldn't be too far from there. But now we're a little bit further. But we'll have to see. They say the way it's not slowing down. It's just spreading more. But where I live, you have to go through the airport and everything like that to get to us. Unless the fire starts south of us, then we have a big issue. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, the Hollywood Hills one is actually the sketchy one because that could take out the observatory and a whole bunch of stuff, and then there's a lot of houses there. And if it catches on that area, the problem is that once the mountain ends, you start to get into like housing. But houses actually go up into the mountain. They're just glittered all over the mountain. So or the hillside or whatever, and then they just get destroyed by these fires. But if it goes into the city, which goes like there's no more mountain space, there's not much trees around. But the housing is like, dude, the housing is gnarly because it's dry, it's old wood, and I mean, it would just like it might just sweep through the town. It might not though, too. LA's pretty resilient, right? But to do that, if I'd have to, I don't think I think I'll be okay. I think we're over here by the beach, and you know, worst case scenario, we'll evacuate. But I don't know. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting situation. But we're still on standby, so we might have to evacuate too if the embers make it all the way over here, which obviously the ash does. But um, yeah, I'll get a bucket ready. We have some water. Probably should go to the store. Just, I mean, but honestly, I don't think it's going to get that far. I could be wrong, obviously. This would be a bad decision to say anything on, but I think it'll stop. I think it'll hit after Hollywood Hills, if anything. I don't know what will fuel it, but I don't know. Crazy winds. Very crazy winds. We're prepared to evacuate. We don't have much, so we're pretty much just grabbing like a backpack full of stuff, and we're cool. My wife and I are very good at like picking up and going. We're travelers, so you know, we don't stay attached to our things too much. A few sentimental items, though. What's up, Garza? Jerry King Lawyer. Get your bug out bag ready. Yeah. We. Hold on. I'm eating this really crappy ice cream. It's like chalky. But it's addicting. I don't know what's going on. What was I going to say? It's interesting because in my, I guess my travels of living places, I seem to travel to places that are extremely dangerous or get into wild situations, it feels like. I remember going to, I was in Cairo for a second actually, and then I was going to this market and I left the market and then it got blown up after I left the day after I left, but I was supposed to stay a day after anyways, but I left early. And then in Hawaii, there's always like a volcano kind of like issue with like flooding the streets or like earthquakes. Man, the earthquakes were wild there. They were like heavy shaking. Always find like crazy situations wherever we live. So it's nothing new with us. I was telling my wife though, I was like, I don't want to live in LA anymore. I want to live somewhere where I can like be safe and feel safe, and I think that's like something that America offers a lot of people. I understand the immigration issue. I get it. It's an important thing too, especially for our economy and for the country and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like the hold on a second. A lot of people actually, know that America is that place where you can go and create your own business and create your own lifestyle. And that's why a lot of people from other countries come here and want to live, because there's so much of that opportunity that they don't have in their country. At least it used to be that way. And although it's great, there comes with a lot of issues too. I mean, America has its flaws, but I think I would want to like move outside of the city and kind of go towards somewhere like more peaceful, and I can build like a business, a storefront. I'm a storefront kind of guy. So I don't know. LA's kind of wild. It's always like, the riots, and it's just, man, it is literally what it's not exactly what you see on TV. That's a little exaggerated, but oh gosh, it can be quite close. I mean, sometimes it's dead on. But is it worth the rent? No. Dude, you guys know how much I pay for rent? It's freaking crazy. Yeah. Kane. Bobby Heenan. Who's that? Who's Bobby Heenan? You know, would you? Here's a thought. Oh, Bobby Hill. Okay, here's a thought. If you're in Japan and you're in Tokyo, and let's say Godzilla's legit and real, and he's terrorizing the city, and the city has to rebuild all the time, but like Godzilla's like, you know, like, who knows when this guy's gonna pop up and destroy the city and fight a monster? Do you want to still live in the city after he destroys it once or even twice? You're like, the first time you're like, okay, this will never happen again. And then it happens again. You're like, man, it happened twice. Is this going to happen again? Are there more monsters? And that third time comes around and you're like, oh, okay. I think this is going to happen consistently. I think we should move. You know what I mean? 1 second. Okay, so um, the question is like, would you, knowing after being attacked by this uh, creature, still live in that city? Like, would you have common sense, or would you still just duke it out because that's where you're born and raised? Or, but like, it's Godzilla. You know what I mean? Like, the reason why I bring this up is because I feel like that's what LA is. LA is almost like it's always going under crazy attacks and stuff like that, and or some kind of issue, and then yet people still duke it out here. But it's maybe because they were born and raised in LA, and it's like it's kind of like gritty. But that's not enough to like put your life in danger. I mean, it is fun too. They have a lot of stuff going on. Really good food, really good scene here. I mean, you really can do anything. And it's fun. But it's also like super crazy dangerous. Ah, Randy, yes, Florida, Florida, gorilla, King Kong, King Kong, King Dong. Ah, yeah. Yeah, Florida, I would definitely not. With the hurricane thing happening every single year, and each one you don't even know how crazy it's going to be. Nah, I think I'll pass. You know? I mean, I like the Florida culture is kind of wild and crazy, but you know, I get it. I'm from Texas. We have our southern culture that's wild and crazy too. I mean, not as wild as Florida, but you know, I get it. But I wouldn't duke it out through hurricanes. We had a few hurricanes, you know, that passed through you guys and went to Texas and straight up, you know, hit us from the Gulf. That was rough. Thought the whole apartment complex was going to go into Wizard of Oz mode. Freaking out. I don't even know where my friends were at. They were out like drinking somewhere, and I was like, "What the heck?" I'm protecting our apartment. Yeah, it was fun though. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. What did I miss? Oh crap! Waste of character. Happy face. Should have been a giant wolf or swamp thing. Giant Josh. Drink whiskey. Tornadoes and hurricanes are the bane of my existence. I wish I could get away from them. Drinking whiskey. Giant Josh. Oh, I love this conversation. I have no idea what the hell is going on. You guys have completely confused me reading that lineup. Trying to build a little bit of depth by putting objects falling, you know. Garza, Josh, where are all the ladies showing my... What? Oh, Garza. What a ladies' man you are. Question is, I wonder if ladies' man, the ladies' man mentality, the idea of that is still attractive to women at all, or if it ever was. You ever seen the movie Ladies Man? I think it's with I forget his name. Is it Vince Vaughn as the bad guy? It's the one actor who I think he's from SNL. It's hilarious. Fish sandwich, hilarious. TF, have a good night. Thank you for joining. Oh my gosh. He looks crazy. This looks insane. Okay, let's fix this. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's see. Is the firewood gonna get colder? Lost in Retro, welcome. Emilio. Oh, Lost in Retro, you're doing such a great job with those videos you're posting. Very impressive. I'm impressed you can continue to go out there and do those things every day. Man, it's a lot of work, dude. But you're doing great. If you haven't signed up for Lost in Retro's channel, he has a really cool, he goes to all these really cool places to find retro, hidden gems in the market, markets and stuff. Really cool. The things he finds is crazy. Sometimes I'm like, man, if I had like a man's, like a den for myself, man cave, I would have like everything he's found. Half of those things would be in my collection, for sure. Yeah, that's what I need. I need a man cave. Could be my office too. Says Randy, well, since after practicing heads from the front facing view tomorrow, I might try 3/4 and I may jump back into figures. Well, that'd be good. Yeah, go for it. It's good that you're practicing the different viewpoints of the face, because I definitely, it's easy to do this kind of stuff where it's just straight on. Much more difficult, as you can see, to do side faces and stuff like that, or at, a third angle. Thanks, Retro. Appreciate it. Josh didn't be lots of snakes and enslaved. Wait, what are you talking about? Garza, you're on next level. Next level. Okay, let's continue drawing him out. Thank you, Garza. Appreciate it. Yeah, it does look like it. Okay, he looks a little crazy, but I like it. You know, a little crazy's fine. Got a little action going on, you know. It's not too bad. One I stare down and one sleep in the zoo glass, but I won. Okay, nice. I guess I have to wait on that. Randy, yeah, Josh, I want to learn to render face and people like you're doing. All that stuff is so flat. All my stuff is so flat. Yeah. It takes time. I mean, but like, you know, you also have to remember there's a certain type of face that I continue to draw. Same faces on everybody. Same form. Which I think is what most artists do. They try to find a couple faces that they enjoyed working with and they just manipulate that face to be however they feel. Always have my characters have high cheekbones, you know. I need to learn how to draw oversized people, you know, plus size people, big guys and women, because I think the roundness is like it's a really good attribute for characters and it makes them look really like realistic and you know. So I need to draw those. These kind of superhero characters are just kind of drawing suit like muscles and all that stuff is no fun anymore. But you'll get there, Randy. I'm positive of it. You'll get where you need to be. Positive of it. Okay. To figure out how to do this leg correctly. I want to do it right. I'm drawing your calves. That's right, Garza. It's a funny thing that today when I woke up and this fire was going on, the fire reminded me of my trip in the Camino de Santiago in northern Spain. It's this 500-mile hike through the mountains for 40 days and 40 nights. I mean, that's the average, but it's not like you can do it longer or shorter, however you feel. But you take a backpack and that's it, and you're called a pilgrim, and you pretty much just go from town to town, all the way from each day to a new, however far you can walk, and then you stay at these little things called albergues, or peregrinos, not peregrinos, we're peregrinos. They're pretty much guest house, little hostels, or something that you can stay the night. You pay five something. You stay the night, or pay whatever it is, and you stay the night. It's real cheap, and then you get up and go. The only time we got bed bugs was at one of those. Should have known better. There was no one staying there, not even the owners. But we stayed there anyways, and we're like screwed. Anyways, one time on our hike, we heard that the southern, not Portugal, but beside Portugal, there were some areas that were very unhappy with the country and the Spanish country, and what ended up happening is they ended up burning down some of the woods and the forests and stuff. And I think they said it was controlled, but I also think I heard that was like the protesters of whatever, is it Basque country or Catalonia or something like that. There was some kind of feud of something, and all these mountains were on fire while we're on our hike. And we're hiking, we wake up, and all of a sudden it's like warm. It's like really warm, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like, what the hell happened? It was kind of chilly the night before, but it's toasty. Like I feel like I'm in an oven. And I go outside and it's red. It's like, I have footage of it. I want to edit it, but it's like massively red. The sky looks like I'm in hell. Like literally looks like I'm in like some kind of like Resident Evil hellscape. And smoky. The air tastes like smoke. There's ash everywhere. And I'm like, oh my god, I've died and gone straight to hell. Crap! How did I die? What happened last night? That's what I'm thinking. And my wife is getting ready, and I go inside. I'm like, you should check this out. And so we have to hike our day or two through this in the cities, and it's all just like this red doomsday, the Book of Revelation style red, and but we made it just fine. There were some areas we couldn't go to because they blocked off because of the fire, but our hike was mostly pretty much in the clear because we're on the coast. So I guess we couldn't really go anywhere except for the water. But yeah, it was well protected. It was really fun. But then seeing these smokes in LA, I'm kind of like, oh wow, it kind of feels like that. Nah, dude, my camera is good. I've survived. You know what? I'm sad. I have some really good footage of all my stuff, but then I have footage of North Korea when I went there, and did all this great footage there of like the people and how they live and they're dancing and everything. It's amazing. 4K footage. Some of the best footage. No one, even the people with the documentaries you see of North Korea, don't even have the footage I have. I have like cinematic crap, and I lost it. I went through my hard drives and I cannot find it, and I have to buy a hard drive recovery thing because I need to find it. It is hurting my soul, but if I find it, oh my god, I need that footage so bad. Yeah, because I'm the first That's where I proposed there. And I'm one of the first foreigners to propose in North Korea from what the tour guide said. They're like, well, at least what we know, you're the first foreigner who would ever want to propose in North Korea. I'm like, great. That's a success in my book. But I have the footage of it as my friends filmed it. So they know I didn't go there for a tourist. I went there to plant rice. And help to do kind of a... I mean, they don't really need my help. I didn't help them. I slowed them down. They're funny, though. They're like letting us do rice planting. Rice planting is so hard. It is a difficult thing. No, I didn't cloud with Wi-Fi. I don't use the cloud. I don't like the cloud. I don't trust the cloud. I mean, I guess I should. Okay, so Samson's coming along pretty well. He's ready to ink. Okay, okay. So he's like shooting, boo, 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 little BB stuff. So today I went golfing. The first time I went golfing on a course in like a decade, and I took, well, pretty much my like little brother, I guess, there, and he never been on a course. He never driven a car. He never did a go kart. He never did a golf cart. And it's funny because we were there, and he's trying to drive the golf cart, and he's doing a great job, but he's just like also doing it very slowly because he's like, you know, he doesn't know how he can floor it, and I'm like telling him to floor it, and he's not doing it because he's like kind of like worried that he's gonna like, you know, throw us backwards or something. It was very kind of him, but he don't know I can handle it. But yeah. Anyways, all I say is that there was a moment where I got in the car and I'm like trying to get him to floor it so he can go, and he's not doing it. But then there was a moment where I get in the car and he starts to floor it, and like I jerk backwards. I'm like, oh crap! And he's like flying, like he hauls off, like he's going to like he puts the pedal to the metal, and I'm like going back. I'm like, oh cool, all right, great. But then like he's not holding onto the steering wheel, but then he grabs it and he doesn't know what he to do, and I'm like, just hold it straight, but you should slow down because it looks like we're about to go in a ditch. And we both, right when I said that, we both looked at our feet at the pedal, and his foot's not on it, it's my foot's not on the gas. And I'm like, oh crap. I let go right away and pushed on the brake, and he just looked at me like freaking out because he was nervous already, and then now that I did that. It's gold. I was laughing so hard. Uh, he didn't know what to do. I will forever have that as a great joke in my own memory. Those things pick up speed pretty quick going downhill, though. There we go. It's looking pretty good. That chain looks like it's going around his body. His body. Get in my belly. Yeah. Fat muscles. Okay. Big picture, this guy's terrified. Oh, you can't even see it because I have the screen all jacked up. Hold on. There you go. Oops. Too small of a stair. Okay. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I had her because I was actually going to draw on this blank space here. Yeah, she's fun. She all right. Just practicing the fabric and the folding. That's really what I was going for. Okay. So I want you to go back if you're just joining or if you've seen this and you've been following me along on this. Go back to the first video I posted of Samson and just saw how rough the sketch was and how like loose and goosey, this character was developing as, because you're going to see that it started out really, primitive, and I was just going about it as fast as possible. Nothing was really proportionate. I was messing up a lot of the proportions, and that'll help you see like where you need to kind of start when you're drawing. Not with the idea of the the finish being like you have to finish it. The drawing has to look a certain way by a certain amount of time. That's too much pressure. But just drawing, period. But just know that you start off rough and you can render it. It's all about rendering, erasing, and blending, and continue, and this helps you get better proportions and stuff. So you're not going to be perfect right off the bat, but yeah, if you take it slow and do it in layers and do it in sections, and then yeah, you might actually find yourself enjoying the whole process and coming up with really detailed and high quality art. This guy looks crazy, but I like that he looks crazy. He's lost his mind. This Philistine. Uncircumcised Philistine. Oh man, iPad Pro. Getting cold. Cold is better than hot. Okay, I think I'm done for now. I'm going to do the inking tomorrow or the next day or something. I have to work tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow. Don't even know what day it is right now. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday maybe. Friday morning. All right, guys, this is Samson. This is the penciled version of Samson. Stuff to add some chains, but you get the gist of it all. He's looking pretty solid. It's a pretty good scene of him tearing down this. And some guy running frantic. I was going to do a whole bunch of people back here running away and then the building falling, but that's just so much work. Right now, we're just going to stay in the foreground. I'll fill in the stuff later. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty solid. Maybe it'll look good ink. I don't know. Might keep it pencil just because I don't have anything pencil in this book yet. So, anyways, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I have a Discord, fun people joining, and wherever you are, be safe, especially if you're here in LA. Bada boom, bada bang. Have a good night. Thank you again. Peace.